It's practical joke season in Stony Brook. After watching a silly movie, Christy says it's her dream to be hit in the face with a pie. It's good to have goals in life, but I think she should set her sights a little higher.
Argo Funk Book Review, Argo Funk Book Review.
The club gets a new client, 8-year-old Betsy Sobak. Claudia's the narrator, so she gets the job. Claudia's a little confused because 2 of her classmates normally babysit for Betsy. I'm surprised to hear there are other babysitters in town. Why wasn't one of them invited to take Stacy's place in the babysitters club? Christy dumps ink all over Marianne as a prank. It's pretty mean of Christy to target the most sensitive club member and her best friend. Claudia gets a goof call and decides she hates pranks. I think she'd feel differently if the pranks were targeted at her sister Janine. Betsy's former sitters complain she is a nightmare practical joker. Betsy sure is energetic and fun. She pranks Claudia with a fake fly in her drink, along with spicy chewing gum. When they use the swings, Betsy purposely gives Claudia a broken swing. Only the swing doesn't break right away. Claudia gets pretty high on the swing when it breaks. She falls down and breaks her leg. Claudia does a good job taking control of the situation. She gives Betsy orders to call all of the correct people, like Betsy's parents and Dawn. It's 2024, so I'm kind of amazed Claudia's mom is the only person in town who has a cell phone. Claudia is taken to the hospital, where she sleeps through all of the interesting stuff. She wakes up to find her leg in traction. Claudia feels lucky she only broke her leg, not her arm. If she broke her arm, she'd have to give up making artwork. Lots of people visit Claudia in the hospital. When Stacy calls, Claudia says she's thinking of quitting the babysitters club for her own safety. Marianne and Jessie babysit the Pike kids, who prank them constantly. Marianne and Jessie prank the kids back by pretending the circus is in town. The kids learn their lesson. Pranks aren't funny, and they stop doing practical jokes. Claudia comes home, where she gets a new Nancy Drew book. Awesome! Claudia talks with Mimi, who admits it's scary to think we don't always have control over our health. Accidents happen. At the next club meeting, Dawn says Claudia owes dues for the meetings that she missed. Which is totally unfair. She was in the hospital, not babysitting. Claudia admits she's thinking of quitting the babysitters club. Christy proposes a trial separation before Claudia quits for good. I hope Dawn doesn't charge Claudia club dues during this break. Mallory volunteers to be Betsy's next sitter. Mallory thinks she can teach Betsy a lesson by playing practical jokes on her. Christy thinks that's kind of mean, and it probably won't work. Why not? It worked just fine with Mallory's siblings in Chapter 7. The rest of the book is a prank war with Betsy. Betsy pranks Mallory by pretending to leave the house. Mallory pranks Betsy with sneezing powder. Betsy pranks Dawn with slime. Dawn pranks Betsy by pretending to faint. Betsy gets Dawn back by making her eat shaving cream. Claudia is frustrated when everyone pressures her into making a decision about the club. Claudia worries she's missed so much school, she'll have to repeat 8th grade. Mimi assures her that won't happen. I guess Mimi read book 101, so she knows Claudia will be sent back to 7th grade instead. Christy babysits Betsy. She makes a no pranks rule, which Betsy immediately breaks. Christy takes Betsy to the movies, where she publicly humiliates Betsy in front of her classmates. First, she switches seats while Betsy's gone. Betsy looks dumb when she goes throughout the theater calling out for Christy. Second, Christy makes it look like there's a severed thumb in the popcorn. Betsy screams, and everyone laughs at her. When Betsy complains she feels embarrassed, Christy lays on the sauce by reciting the long list of mean pranks Betsy has pulled. Betsy feels properly ashamed, and she apologizes to Claudia. This helps convince Claudia to rejoin the Babysitters Club. 2 months later, Claudia's cast is removed, and she gets her first babysitting job. Whoa, wait a second. If Claudia couldn't babysit for 2 whole months, why was there so much drama about Claudia quitting the Babysitters Club? She couldn't babysit either way! That's like complaining about her grades during summer when she doesn't get any grades. The end. Post-book follow-up. I liked this graphic novel. It has better pacing than the original book. The best example is the part where Claudia explains who all her friends are and how the Babysitters Club works. It is a short and simple scene. That's way better than the original book, where Claudia spends 2 whole chapters recapping this information that readers already know. There are 5 chapters of playing pranks, several chapters of Claudia receiving well-wishers, and several chapters where Claudia goes back and forth on whether she'll quit the club. That easily could have been repetitive and boring, but I thought it worked just fine. It's not perfect. There are 2 dropped subplots, one with Claudia's hospital roommate and one with Claudia's grades. No one would notice if those subplots were removed. The graphic novel is about 190 pages, which is a decent length. It's longer than the last 2 graphic novels. I thought the artwork for Christy and Claudia's family looked off, like the artist wasn't sure how to draw those characters. Everyone else looks fine. Marianne and Dawn must be the easiest characters to draw because they're the ones that are the most consistent among the various artists of this graphic novel series. If you've been enjoying the Babysitters Club graphic novel so far, I would recommend this one. It's a good adaptation of the original book and makes for some lighthearted fun. Telling people otherwise would be a bad joke. I give Babysitters Club a number not 19. Number 15, Claudia and the Bad Joke, a 9 out of 10.